Hey everyone, I have been using Quora for a couple of years now, just like typical usage, putting in a few answers and asking a few questions. But just recently, I was sent an email by Quora saying that I've been invited to their partner program, which evidently pays you for questions asked. At first, I was a little skeptical, but I've been doing it for 4 days, and it seems to be actually generating revenues for me. I mean, not a ton yet. I'll open up the View Partner dashboard here. But regardless, I thought it would be an interesting kind of YouTube series just to record this process for a little while, just to show the effectiveness or the non-effectiveness of this program and whether I get actually paid out or anything like that. The program, let's see, it recommends that you ask 10 questions a day. I started over the weekend and was traveling, so I had a ton of time to ask questions. So I'd say I average about maybe 40 questions a day, and the payout amount, or the amount that you're estimated to get paid, shows up at 3 a.m. every night. So this is gone through 4 iterations, and I'm at 363. So over 4 days of payments, my questions have generated $3.63 of revenue for myself. And then if you scroll down here, you can see the list of my questions and then their revenue up in the top right. These are the newest questions, so there's not really any revenue for any of these. I'll scroll down to, here's one that has a cent. And then they also, if there's enough views to show you this data down here, they'll show you the number of views, ad impressions, and then the percentage breakdown of traffic sources, whether they're coming from an external entity or whether they're internal to Quora. Based on the blog post that accompanied or was linked to the invite, it sounds like they're moving to a model that they're trying to pay out more for external. So with that being said, ideally I would get more external traffic, but I have no idea yet how, or if there's a way to kind of ask questions in such a way that you get more external traffic. So I'm still learning, but this one here, for instance, has 5 cents. And this is kind of one of the oddities of this, is this still needs more views to actually generate any kind of bar charted internal external traffic, yet it still generated 5 cents for me. So there's some opacity to information. But I mean, for just submitting questions throughout the day when you have them, and then potentially having experts respond to them and then getting paid for asking those questions, it seems like a worthwhile kind of little hobby to do when I have time. Here's one that has 2 cents. I think the one that has the most revenue is further down here. But you see, like, there's just a lot of like 3 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents. But there's one down here I think that might be in the high double digits that's been around for the 4 days now. Let me see here. Where is it? There's 18 cents. But that's another cool idea, is that this basically has a pretty long tail on it. These are going to exist. These questions are going to exist out there, in perpetuity, presumably. So they just have more and more time to generate revenues. So there's an 11 cents, 23 cents. A couple things I've noticed though. So obviously there's some, unknowns around how the traffic sources are sent, or what questions do the best. And then they'll do various notifications at the top right. Let me see if I can find an example here. So for instance, excluded topic. It seems like anything that you ask about Quora itself gets excluded. And then if you ask any question that is similar to another question, the community or Quora itself will merge the question, and then you don't get any revenues on that question. So that's just encouraging new questions to be asked, and not just slight modifications of existing questions. The other thing that I've noticed is this counter here. So I go above 10 questions, obviously, with averaging 40 a day. But a lot of times it seems like it doesn't count my questions that I ask immediately, and I'm kind of playing around with it. I think that it doesn't count it until you get more than one view. It counts your own view as one, and I think you're viewed as having 0 questions until someone else views it aside from yourself. It's the only way I can really kind of determine why sometimes they don't count the question, sometimes they do, because they don't count the question if it gets merged or if it gets removed as like a not valid question. Like if it's about Quora, that makes sense. But there's a lot of times where I'm asking valid questions that don't get merged and they're not counting them immediately, but it seems like they are over the course of the day. So either there's a lag time for review or it requires some views to get counted. But wanted to just chronicle this experience. Let me get, I don't know why that keeps popping up. Show over the course of 4 days, basically just having fun, asking questions and getting really cool answers back. I've earned 363. I'm going to keep up with this to try to show the revenue growth, and then the kind of pivotal moment will be whether or not I get paid. So look forward to more videos coming out about the partner program with Quora. I look forward to seeing how this works. Thanks a lot for watching.